Welcome back to VOV TV, the Voice of the Vikings podcast. I'm your host, Pharrell, and today I'm here with
Chris,
Maggie,
Liz.
Elizabeth's new with us, so we thought we would start her off with our most chaotic episode ever. We're gonna have 4 people with the ADHD try and have a conversation, and yeah, no, you can already tell in their eyes this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well at all.
Oh, yes, it will.
No. Before the cameras were on, they were throwing this back and forth like all over the place.
I'm gonna try.
I was so scared that you're gonna break the camera.
inappropriate jokes about the banana.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be mature with this, but like just take a wild look at this and take a wild guess what I'm thinking.
Eat a cookie.
I'm good.
Eat a cookie.
Yeah, eat a cookie.
Maggie brought us cookies
Yes,
because
they're delicious.
she felt bad that she was late.
I mean, I would have brought them anyway, but
Oh yeah. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. Maggie's actually really nice. Very glad to have you on the team. Both of you. Chris, you've always been here.
Yep.
So I'm not really thanking you for nothing. Either.
Wow.
I digress. But basically, we're sitting on the floor because we have ADHD.
this is where to live.
This is where we live.
This is where we live.
This is where we live. And we all brought, well, some of us brought.
Okay, just for the record, he didn't tell me to bring anything.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so we have a bunch of fidget toys to like try and like help us keep on track. Whether or not they're gonna work, probably not. I'm not
So-
gonna lie, but we're
No,
gonna-
they'll probably distract us more than
they're definitely
anything.
gonna distract
Isn't
us.
that kind of the point? Like,
Low key, yeah. To
Yeah.
like really like
Yeah.
see what we're like in the wild and like what like a day to day is like.
So
we have toys in the wild.
We're what in the wild? What'd you say?
Toys.
Oh, toys in the wild.
Toys in the
Exactly.
we have sticks in the wild.
I mean, we both.
It's our toys.
I literally was
Very
thinking that
nice
exact
stories.
same thing. I swear to God.
So should we have? Okay, are any of us medicated?
Raise your hand if you're medicated. Raise your hand if you take
Sort
them
of.
every day.
No.
There you go.
So who here is medicated right now?
Well, actually, I think it might have wore off. I don't know. We'll see.
I am.
We'll find
Might
out.
have wore off.
So should I have not been for this? For the real
Honestly,
experience?
Whatever. Like either way. Like
I
it's.
have medication, but I had to stop taking it because it literally was making me sick.
Oh yeah. I know it curves your appetite a lot.
Yeah,
Like a lot.
I was like
Yeah.
sick. It was so bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, just like that, Maggie.
100%.
So y'all were throwing up because of it?
Yeah.
Like when it wore off,
Both of
or
you?
just
Oh.
when it wore off?
So mine is take as need. I would take it, it would work great for 4 hours, and then I would crash out and I would feel absolutely sick to my stomach and just could not do it.
What were you taking?
Amphetamine
Adderall?
salts.
That one.
Was it Adderall?
Amphetamine salts are Adderall. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Were you taking Adderall?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know one of the biggest problems with it is that you have to be like,
So
you have to get into a routine with it. I don't know about take as need. I have a routine.
Yeah,
in mind.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was told it's take as need, it says on the bottle, take as need.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it is a mess up on your doctor's part.
So when were you guys diagnosed?
You go first, Chris, actually.
Okay. So it was, I want to say pre-K, actually. Yeah, I was over in
Was
Albany.
that bad, huh?
So from what my mom had told me is that I kept getting in trouble at school. Like I wouldn't sit down. I was always running around. I guess I would hit the kids
Maggie, you're
sometimes.
in his shot.
I almost threw it right across his face. I was trying not to. Here.
What were you saying, Chris?
So
Well, I did that. I go,
No. Can you get it, please?
someone throw it. Oh, please don't. I'm scared.
you just
Yeah.
like roll it back.
what the hell is happening?
Where'd that tissue come from? Okay, my fault. My
Okay.
bad. My bad.
But,
As you were
um,
saying, Chris?
Yeah, so I got diagnosed, and at first my mom didn't really believe it, really, because like it was like 2 weeks into the school year, and my mom and the teacher already said like, yeah, he definitely has ADHD, so mom was kind of offended, and like, but we got diagnosed, and yeah, so I ended up moving to Rensselaer, so I could have like, I guess the services I needed.
Right. I'm surprised your mom acted like that because having ADHD is like, it's not all bad. Like there are genuine parts of it that I actually enjoy. Does it make school difficult, especially in college? Yes, 100%. But we are lucky enough to go to a college that like accommodates that and like helps us with that and has so many resources to really like drive us to our fullest potential. Maggie, I want to assume they diagnosed you from birth. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they actually?
At the young, tender age of, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. You don't know?
As far as I can remember, yes.
As long as you can remember, you
Yeah.
just really.
I had no friends.
Okay.
That's so real.
Really?
We're circling back to that. We're circling back.
Oh
to
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
Are we
We're
trauma dumping?
absolutely circling
That's just
back.
what this is gonna be.
This
Probably-
is that is.
that's
I thought
probably
that was
what
a
this is
universal
gonna
I
experience.
got no.
I thought that was just a universal experience. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah. When
I
were you
was
diagnosed?
just diagnosed last year.
Really?
What?
Because
I knew
my
way
family
before
like
that.
didn't believe me.
Real.
So I kind of had to wait until I was old enough to go out and go and get it done myself. To go and get diagnosed. So it wasn't until last year when I turned 18.
Feed yourself more.
I literally had a big ass cookie today.
Pass it around.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Do you want a Jolly Rancher
I will
instead, sir?
No, I don't eat candy.
Okay.
He lying. He lying.
What do you mean I'm lying?
lying.
I don't eat candy.
lying.
You
I don't-
really don't eat candy?
I eat chocolate, but like anything
So candy.
like
Candy.
fruit. No, but like besides that, like that's the only thing, and it has to be like specific, like it's milk chocolate and nothing else.
This
It
is-
can't have
chocolate,
like
why not?
no.
I
like
can't
dark
have
chocolate.
anything
Dark
other than
chocolate's
milk
good.
chocolate. I don't like anything
chocolate
that
is
isn't
good,
milk
question mark?
chocolate.
Dark chocolate is bitter and disgusting.
You're
Yes,
bitter and
everybody's
disgusting.
like-
We know this.
Everybody's like, oh, I love dark chocolate. I'm like,
Who
I
loves dark
hate dark chocolate.
Why do you guys
Wanted
like
a
dark
cookie.
chocolate?
Have a cookie.
What are you talking about?
What's wrong with dark chocolate?
What
I
is
don't
bitter.
like
What's
it.
good about
You're
it?
you're
Yeah.
bitter.
What's
We
good
know.
about it?
No one's eating you.
No. Oh.
I'm sorry.
So what is good about dark
I don't care
chocolate?
what anyone
Okay,
says.
dark
We're keeping
chocolate
it
has a
in.
richer taste. It tastes more like chocolate than milk chocolate does.
That's
If you're
valid.
into more of like the flavor itself and not just the sweetness of it, you can learn to accept like.
I have
That's
to-
the thing.
So I have to
feel like-
learn to accept
No,
the
it's like,
flavor.
you know how with spicy food, first you're like, oh, this is really spicy, this is
Right.
really hot, I don't want to eat this.
Yeah.
But then once you get like kind of used to it, you're like,
Yeah.
I need a little more spice on this to make it taste better. So it's an acquired taste, but it's like once you got it,
But you got it. You got it.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
it. What about like salted things?
I love
Like salted chocolate?
Yeah, I'll have salted.
Almost.
Like sea salt? Ooh.
Yeah, like Crumble Cookie has their salted like chocolate chip cookie.
Salted caramel.
Never
cookie.
had
I
that.
love that. That one's
I've
really
had
good.
that.
I'm not gonna
The
lie.
semi-sweet chocolate chunk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's
The
good.
chocolate chip. Their chocolate chip cookie is like their
Where's
weakest.
my cookies?
Oh, for sure.
Their
Oh, for
weakest.
sure. Of
They
course
always
it
have
is.
it, but like.
Of course it is. But it's still like, it's a classic, you know? That's why they always have it. I digress. But I was diagnosed when I was diagnosed when I was 7. And my parent, guys,
The cookies over here.
yeah,
wanted a
just
cookie.
keep the cookies over
They're staying here now.
here. Yeah,
Now that I know
you
it's gonna be
got
that
your
loud.
cookie. You're done. You're cut off.
I didn't know it would be that loud.
Bars closed. Go home.
If you're not a member of VOVTB, get the out. I was diagnosed with my ADHD when I was 7. My mom put me on medication. She didn't like the way I reacted to it, so I was like super sluggish and just like exhausted, and I was not like, you know, like as peppy as I normally would be. And she really didn't like it, so she got me like the 504 plan that you would at schools when you're
Oh,
like,
I almost had
Oh,
one.
yeah.
like I got double time. All throughout high school, middle school, I got double time on every test, every quiz, and it saved my life. And then I didn't know I had ADHD though until I was like 12. There was this teacher at my middle school who was like picking on me and giving me like a really hard time. And I was getting really annoyed and fed up with it. So I went to my mom about it, and then my mom spoke to the school. And then instead of the teacher just like backing off, she brought me into her office like after school and like had me stay with her so she could like explain why. And then she was like, oh, the reason like I give you like so much extra attention is because you have this thing called ADHD. And I
The
was
teacher
like,
told you that?
Sorry,
Yeah.
kid, you got issues.
That's-
So the
That's
teacher
right.
diagnosed
not
you.
supposed
No.
to-
I was already diagnosed. I didn't know. I wasn't told. My dad kind of came to the decision. They were like, I don't want him having this label his whole life. You know, I want
Real.
this defining him.
And that's
for-
exactly what the teacher did.
That's
was
exactly what
labeled
the teacher
you.
did, and that's why I was like, I was so
Which
like.
they're not supposed to do that.
I wish you saw my face. I was so like stunned because I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, do you like just like completely like lose track of time sometimes? You just zone out thinking about like other things.
Oh,
And
such
I was
a-
like, yeah. And she
just a-
was like, that's ADHD. And I was like, and then she got another teacher in to like help.
So did your
back
parents
them.
know this was happening?
I told them after.
This
and
is
then
a
my mom.
This is not
This
a
is terrible.
conversation.
This is
These
this
are
is not the
supposed
kind
to
of thing
be
that's supposed to
Absolutely
happen.
not.
Wow.
Oh no, this was terrible. My mom came into school the next day and lost it.
Yeah, I was about to say like
It
no,
was
like
just like, and
she
after
probably-
that,
did she get fired?
no, she still works there to this day.
Somehow. Wow.
Yeah, I don't. Especially
How
since
old
like
is this woman?
she's old, she's a mother. Like her kids are adults. How would you describe what it's like to have ADHD in your own words? Maggie has food in her mouth, so I'm gonna let.
I can still
I'm
talk.
gonna let Liz go first. Nah, you're good.
So in my own words, what is it like to have ADHD?
Yeah. Oh, else like that.
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes, and other times it's like, just like fun. Like we're just sitting here like laughing it out because it's just hilarious. But there are other times like school where I'm supposed to be getting my assignments done, and instead I'm like,
staring at you.
yeah, I'm like sitting on my bed scrolling, and I'm like literally yelling at myself, you need to get up, you need to get your homework done, and I just like will not move, I cannot get up.
ADHD paralysis.
Yeah.
There's a trick for that, actually.
Really?
Okay, for me, it's watching Disney movies. Like, if I watch something that gives me like that feeling inside, like that productive
Right,
feeling
yeah.
inside, like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, they sing an emotional song, or you watch the movie and then there's the lesson that you learn at the end, and you're like, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, that's
I want to do
fun.
things now.
Like, what is it? There's this one Disney movie I really like. I think is underrated. Meet the Robinsons.
What you know about Mr. What do you know
love
about
that.
Meet the Robinsons?
What do you mean?
What you know about that?
What do you mean,
With the
bro?
goober?
Exactly, bro. The
With
goober's
the-
my
Bowler
guy.
hat guy, I know, right?
Goob and bowler hat guy.
Freaking
Yo.
bad.
Gang right there. No, Meet the Robinsons. At the end, the like something that like the whole like movie is centered around.
Keep moving forward.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
I love that quote, and it's like a Walt Disney quote. You know, I think it's a really good Easter egg to like throw in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would describe my ADHD for me. In my own words, I'd say my ADHD, it's honestly, like, I really resonate with you. It can genuinely be amazing. Like, when I'm in situations where I need to be, like, creative and stuff, or when I need to,
Yes.
I need to express myself, but when it's, like, the second
Graphic design.
anyone tells me to do anything, or the second, like, oh, I have to do this, that's when
Ew,
it's, like,
gross.
all the fun is gone, and it's just, like, I'm not really putting anything into it, like, especially with school, like making me sit in a desk for 7 hours as a 5-year-old. It's like absolute.
I've had times where I'll literally like be cleaning my room, and my parents will be like, "Yo, Liz, clean your room," and I'm like, "I ain't cleaning my room now.
Exactly.
I'm done."
Exactly. Like, I'm about to put away the dishes, and my dad's like, hey, you want to put away the dishes? And I look at him and I'm like,
not anymore.
close again. You know?
I did, not anymore.
Not
But,
anymore.
nah, I honestly, and to an extent, like I also kind of feel like trapped with it in a good way and bad way, because I also have like really bad anxiety and just like
Same.
yeah,
I think it just
Which
comes
is-
along with it.
Oh yeah, no,
honestly.
I was told that like anxiety and ADHD just chase each other around
Yeah.
in circles and circles, which is why we were having a Hudson Valley podcast, like not podcast, we were having a meeting off camera, and the room was absolutely packed, like. And everyone had so many ideas, and everybody wanted to be heard, so everyone was just yelling over each other. And it got to a point where I was just yelling, "Hey, shut up! Like we need to let this person talk. This person has a thought. Like we need to you know." And it got to a point I was getting so overstimulated by it.
That explains so
Put on
much.
a hat.
That
and
explains
she's
so much. I was like, why is he telling everyone to shut up
Yeah,
now?
I became Batman.
But Chris, what's your ADHD like in your own?
I feel like I'm a lot more adjusted. Like it's
Go flex on somebody else.
because like with the paralysis thing, like I can be in that state, but it's like I've come up with ways to get myself out of it. Like I'll literally I have to like mentally yell at myself to get up, and I'll get myself out of bed to go do it, because it's like it's so easy to put yourself in that position where you're like stuck like scrolling and shit. Did you just put what
Yes,
is
you
something?
She absolutely did. Yeah.
But I think it's because I'm medicated, maybe. So I can understand when I'm not medicated and when I am. And I also have that whenever I need it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's good.
What to say? I would not be where I am.
For you?
I would not be where I am academically if I didn't have it.
How long have you been medicated?
Since pre-K.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
How have you lived this long?
no, genuinely.
I've only, I believe I started out on a smaller dose of medication and it went up as I go.
Oh, that makes sense. When you're not on your ADHD meds, or like when do you feel them like wear off? Because
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say, it literally feels like colors, when the ADHD meds wear off, it's like colors literally get brighter, and it's like all the color has been, that's how I feel. Like it feels like all the color, that's because you've been on it for so long. I only started being on it, I only started taking something that worked this year. That's why.
When I was on mine, I could definitely immediately tell the difference when it started wearing off. It was like
It was like an overwhelming rush of just like everything.
I would just, because like the 4 hours that I was usually like medicated for, that it was working for, I would be like so focused in on what I was like focusing on that I would just be putting all my energy into that, that I would just be exhausted at the end of the 4 hours. I'd be like, I want to pass out now.
Real.
Is anyone's butt asleep?
Yes.
Maggie, what's your ADHD like, in your own words? I
like-
definitely think it's safe to say yours is like not I don't want to say worse because that sounds terrible, but just like more powerful.
Concentrated.
Yes,
Yes.
concentrated. Is that the
So-
words that doctors use when they're talking to you?
No.
They should.
They should. No.
Concentrated
just
bowl
like
of
shows
ADHD.
more.
Oh my God, wait, the doctor has ADHD. And they're talking to you in that ADHD language, you know?
What?
Yo, dude.
You've never had a conversation in ADHD.
I mean.
Have you ever had
Ever.
felt the kinship when you meet someone with ADHD?
Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know how when you're, okay, like when you don't have actual words to say, but you're referring to a certain feeling or a certain something
Right.
that you can't think of the name, and you're just like, that thing, blah, 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 and you just make noises?
Yes.
Like you make noises, and they're like,
They're
yeah.
like, oh my god, I know
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I get that off.
Yeah. So my ADHD is kind of like, ooh. So I've had people say that I act like I'm high all the
Real.
time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
as someone who doesn't get high, I'm like,
She winks at me.
no. I start off the day in normal mode, like I feel like a normal person.
Yeah.
Aside from like me noticing things, like I notice a lot, and I
my
think
God.
a lot of things are interesting for some reason. Like chair, interesting.
Real.
You know,
real.
it's shiny.
I used to
it's
pick up so
curvy.
much stuff.
Yeah.
Like anything can hype me up.
Yeah.
I just need to give it the chance
Real
to hype
shit.
me up. But anyway, start off the day, I'm in normal, all right? Stimulus 1, I talk to my parents. They say something funny. Ha ha ha, stimulus goes up, all right? Every interaction I have brings it up until I reach kind of like a high point, and I stay there. Like, actually, no, I think it keeps going up, just like at a slower pace, but like it stays up there. So I hold on. How do I put this? When you're laughing at a joke or you're adding on to something someone else says, you feel that like rush of like endorphins.
Oh
you
my
feel
God.
super happy,
Is that just you all the time?
And it's
and
overwhelming.
it stays.
Really? Oh my god. you
As
make
long
so
as I'm
much sense
engaged
now.
in like conversation, and even if I'm not, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like,
You're having
burst
the time,
out,
You're having the
you know?
time of your life. Oh wow.
So
I
real.
get what she's saying, 'cause I literally can
see
feel
it,
it in
yes.
me right now.
Oh my God,
Like
yeah,
right this second.
You guys ever feel like you're like getting overwhelmed?
yeah.
Yeah. all the time.
Low-key,
Or like
low-key,
the excitement is being,
Oh, never with the ooh.
like I feel like I'm
The excitement
too
sometimes
excited.
feels like too much.
Yeah.
I can tell it's too much, but I don't really care that it's too much.
Also, with that will also come the anxiety too.
Yes.
Especially when I'm with a group of people, because I'll get so overexcited, and
you'll
then I'm
feel
like, oh my
self-conscious
god,
about it.
everybody
Yeah.
around me
Exactly.
is like thinking I'm insane right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's lucky how I'm feeling right now. Like just because like there's just so much going on, so I'm like.
Let's
oh,
all just
wow.
huddle.
Honestly, yeah. like I can mess with
Group
that.
hug, group hug.
Because I know you said that like you had problems like making friends when you were younger.
Yes.
I had the exact same thing. It was so yeah. So like
I named
like you
inanimate
said.
objects and made them my friends.
Okay, I wasn't that.
I named the moon Steve, and every time I was like walking out in my street, because I did that sometimes, I was just
Real.
like, how's it going, man? Looking out my
I
window
don't want
in
the
my
cookies.
bed,
I was
like,
trying to give her a fist bump.
oh man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because it was like I just was so much apparently for a
Same.
lot of people where it's like I one of the biggest thing I used to get called annoying.
Yeah.
When someone calls me annoying, it just like, it triggers
It
something.
ruins
Yo.
everything.
It just like,
Like-
all of a sudden I'm just that
It's
little
the
kid again
word.
that like nobody like understands.
Yeah.
It's just failing every class. and
Either
it's
they
very
like
annoying.
call me annoying or like I'm like me and my friends
Exactly.
are like excited
We're
and
just
shit,
doing-
and that one person is just like,
That's
you
a
need
no-
to calm down.
Yeah, I hate those people.
Or like,
Oh,
you're-
the people that are like,
yeah,
like
I'm
I get,
we're all having fun.
I truly understand it. Like, I get where they're coming from because it's like, it can be a lot, 100%.
Yeah.
It can be overstimulating.
For normal people.
100%. It can be overstimulating for normal
Yeah.
people. But it's also like, you know, like, can you like not see like this is that's something I think people who don't have ADHD need to understand.
I
that,
think
like,
they also need to find a better way to like say it, because a
Yeah.
lot of the time it's
Yeah.
also the tone they're saying it in.
The
They're like,
The tone is everything.
right.
It is
like if,
everything.
Like if I came to you guys and was like, guys, can we tone it down a little bit? I'm getting really anxious and
yeah,
I want to
that
calm
I would be
down."
like, yeah, understood.
Exactly. Like that's
Guys,
completely like,
you're being really annoying.
yeah, no, like
Shut
that just makes me want to punch
Yeah,
you in the face.
that
No,
makes me
exactly.
just
Can we
no.
be a little quieter,
Right,
please?
yeah. What do you think is the hardest part about having ADHD?
Attention.
Attention.
It's on a million things at
keeping your
once.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Alright.
Yeah,
Definitely
that too.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Are there any parts of ADHD that you feel are actually strengths?
Yes.
Yes.
Creativity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
good
very
Lord, creativity.
Or
creative.
creativity is also
And-
And I can multitask.
Yeah, and when
Yes.
you are productive, you can do like a million things at once.
Yes.
Like I'm
Yes.
motivated, get things done.
And everything is a lot more. Some things are just more enjoyable. That
Yeah.
way. It's
Yeah.
way more fun.
Yeah.
I have a lot more fun and I can enjoy things that other people wouldn't enjoy.
This is true. How do you handle situations when you're overwhelmed or overstimulated?
Oh.
I'm curious about this one because I don't know what to do.
I don't really
just got a little
get
stressful.
overstimulated, but when I'm really, really stressed out, which is like on the verge of tears stressed
Yeah.
out, like when I'm in that state of anxiousness, I play it off. I don't, I just like, I'm normal.
I go
I'm
for a
hip-
walk. I pretend it's not there. I get over it.
I get over it.
How do you manage staying focused when you have a lot to do? I don't.
Medicine.
We don't.
Like,
You just
don't.
don't.
I don't
You
know.
do it. You get to it when you get to it.
It
you can
happens
do
when
it,
it happens.
If like
That's the end
with
of the
genuinely like when there's a lot on the line, I can do anything.
Yes. No.
Exactly.
Literally.
I
End
can-
of the hour.
Anything. End of the hour, last
Prime-
hour before assignment's
Exactly.
gonna get
Like
turned in.
an
Yes,
essay
yes.
is due, and you're just
5
like
pages.
pop
If
out an
there's,
essay.
like-
11 to 12 is prime time.
Exactly. The night is my most productive time.
We have
Bedtime.
ADHD. She just called us weird, guys. We have ADHD. Oh, never mind. All
That
right.
is a compliment. I don't know about you guys, but like my
Weird
family
is-
is also weird. So like
Oh my-
we call each other weird.
One
It's
thing
like,
I love.
rapid
weird
fire.
go, 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 go.
people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I thought so. Have you ever felt like ADHD affects your friendships or relationships?
Yes.
If so,
Yes.
how?
This is a big one.
I mean, actually. kind of.
Yes.
This is a bigger
but I
one.
don't know
I'm
how
really-
to say like how.
It affects the way the friends I make. I find it a lot more easy to meet people who are neurodivergent.
All my
or
friends
just,
are gay.
I love weird people.
Or trans.
Like real shit. It's like not weird people, but like
Yeah,
people who are unique. I love
Yeah.
unique people.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm just kind
Make
of
them
drawn to them.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like I don't like basic people. It's
I'm
just like
sorry,
what,
but if
what are
you're
you
just
doing?
like a basic person, I can't click with you. I just
Especially like,
can't.
and I think people demonstrate their personality through their clothing a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, me, definitely.
Yeah, you're
Once
very-
summer
you're very
hits, you're gonna
expressive
see me like
Real shit.
transform.
No, I think the way my ADHD like helps me is just like I'm just really good at just talking to people and
Yo.
like just like what? I thought you were gonna
Sorry.
say no.
No, I was gonna say yeah, like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm somehow anxious at all times, not all times, but like a lot
Yeah.
in social interactions. But I can talk to
Exactly.
anyone.
I can genuinely
Exactly.
like, and
like
it's
it
not
doesn't matter who they are.
none
It
of
doesn't
that-
matter what the circumstances are. You can just
none of that surface level nonsense that just like I can
Exactly.
get to the like give me a
Meat and
couple
potatoes.
give me a couple hours, not even give me an hour. I can get to the root of like all your trauma.
Yeah,
genuinely.
exactly.
You'll be spilling that to
Exactly,
me. You'll
you're
be
just
spilling that shit to me.
be a receiver.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
listening.
exactly, and that's
Yeah,
another
I just
thing.
sit
Like
there and I can
Match
just
their
listen.
vibe.
feel-
That's also
for
important.
hours.
Yes.
That's what I'm very like big on like I love like talking to my friends, so I'll constantly like FaceTime my friends. You know, like I'll literally go through my contacts and I'll like start like FaceTiming people like over and over and over. Like or like if this person doesn't answer, I call this person again and again and again. And it's been my friend Aaron.
That's an
Like I've
issue.
been every time. You say that's an issue?
That's an issue calling. So like I find that to be an issue too.
What?
I'm not too big on calls, but I've been better about it recently.
Okay.
Real,
And when
yeah.
you're trying to get a hold of someone, you don't think, oh, they're doing other things, or oh, they can't get to your phone. You call like 13 times.
I don't call 13 times.
Like if it's urgent.
Oh, if it's urgent. If it's urgent, I'll
Like,
send a text.
I need to tell you something really, really important. Call.
You'll call 13 times?
Not normally.
See,
Not normally.
I'll only call when it's urgent.
Yeah,
I'll text otherwise.
Exactly, but if I'm like there and there are other people with me, and it's like the other day we were in the car waiting for my friend Amir to get in the car, and we were all really pissed because he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be there." He's not there. He said he'd be there.
Fake as hell.
And I'm like, hey,
Yo, you don't even know this dude.
I'm texting him and I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, come on, please just answer me if you're busy. Like what's give me something.
Tell him on a phone.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. Like if I
really
got frustrated,
you
so I
name
just
dropped,
spam
bro.
called him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Name
Amir.
dropped, bro.
You name drop.
He's cool. We're cool.
I prefer phone calls
okay.
over text, but I get too
He's a cool
anxious about it, so I'll just text.
I cannot have a if I have to have like a serious or stressful conversation,
Yeah,
it has to be
exactly,
over
over
phone or it has to be in person.
Oh,
Absolutely.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I can't text. I will never
can't-
text
No,
you.
because
Because I can't understand
Exactly, that's what I
like
was
their
gonna say.
tone of
Here's the
voice.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get
Phone isn't like
confused and
receivable
I
through
can't.
text at all.
Here's the thing. So basically, like you're texting and like you're getting upset because like you're talking because like it's a difficult conversation
You
or
have a
whatever.
tone that you have
and
in your
then
mind.
you have a tone that you think
Yes.
this person's having in their mind, and then that echoes through your text, and the next thing you know, you're being rude when you didn't really mean to be rude. You
Yeah.
just thought they were being rude, so you were like, oh, I'm gonna retaliate, and then that person retaliates to you being rude, and vice versa.
Yeah,
and next
it
thing you know,
just
you're in an
ends up
argument.
horrible.
I cannot have a difficult conversation over text.
Oh,
I will
hell
text
no.
you saying we need to have a difficult conversation, maybe, but I will never just be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
let's
can't
text
have
and
it
talk
over
this out.
Well, it depends
Oh,
what
yeah.
you mean by a difficult conversation.
I will just say we need to talk.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I feel like
I'll say we need to talk, and then I'll be like, you need to either call me or we need to go see each other in
Right.
person,
Exactly,
like right
okay.
now, because I can't do this over text.
I'm referring to like, does anyone else find that they can organize their thoughts better when they're texting over when like they're in person?
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you absolutely
So, like-
can. Like, and that's the advantage of it. But it's like,
Yeah.
so
So, like,
so
if-
does the other person. So it's also like,
Like if someone's
You know?
upset and they're texting you,
Yeah.
you
I get
don't
overwhelmed.
necessarily know what to say, but you're like, it's better. You can
better.
reread
You
it
can-
over and over and be
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
unlike in real life,
yeah,
the words
you
just
can
blah,
really
blah.
exactly.
Wow.
And I think we're good, guys. But thank you for listening to this episode of The Voice of the Vikings. Sorry if we overwhelmed you. We're just, we're trying to
Just
share our
us.
experience.
Grab your
with you
stress
guys.
toy.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Voice of the Vikings. We really appreciate it. Please make sure to follow us on our Instagram and TikTok. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and sorry if this episode overwhelmed you a lot, but we just wanted to share our experience with you guys.
Grab a stress toy.
Grab a stress toy.
De-stress
Definitely,
yourself.
Definitely. And have a good one. Good.